It's time to go live. It's time to go live. Welcome, friends. It's Friday night, the last day of the month. Oh, I could disconnect this right here. I was thinking. But you know, shows get a fancy start with this great introduction and all that stuff. But we don't do that here. We go, hey, it's Friday night. Do you know where your camera is? And if you don't, then I don't know what you're doing here if you don't know where your camera is. But let's go live with this S5 Mark II Panasonic. I have been playing with it for the last few days. I've taken it to bed with me. I have gone on a trip with it. Well, not really on a trip. I went to dinner. I did go to my brother's house. I went to a birthday party, kind of. And I kept the camera with me. So what lens did I put on it? Right now, what lens do I have on it? What does that say? I can't even read it from here. Well, in case I have the wrong thing written, it's the 50L, the Canon 50L. And it is on a Sigma adapter. This is what you call a Greek salad. I'm Greek, and therefore I talk with my hands, which screws up a lot of the focus. And I see people that run this particular camera messing up the focus. Let me turn this phone on in case Randy wants to send me a message, only pertaining to the stream. All right, so here we go. I have my air conditioner on. I have my white fan on, which if you're a normal guy that watches, you know that I have a white fan and a yellow fan, and each one has a special purpose. There's no windows in this room. It's got a door. You enter through the door, you exit through the door. It's that simple. Do I have to write it down for you to remember? No, I don't. Okay, so the yellow fan is used to exchange the air because we don't have central air conditioning. We have a wall unit, which, by the way, is on. I'm not going to get hot because I'm in here and I don't want noise. And this time I decided I'm going to use the lav mic. This was inspired by Charles, Dr. Charles. Today I was helping him tune in his new 16-inch M2 MacBook Pro. Wow, is that a mouthful? But it just got here yesterday, and so he is running, or will run, a live stream right out of a MacBook Pro. He's going to go sit down in Disney World or in one of the parks, and he's going to actually live stream with a MacBook Pro M2. And it's not the lower end. It's this, he said it's the second highest end. Well, we do have some people here. Hi guys, welcome to the show. This is the Panasonic S5. Now I'm talking to you, and do you notice that unlike other people, they talk to you and they do the Greek thing or Italian thing or whatever ethnic group you want, where they talk with their hands. So that's what I do. I talk with my hands. I can't help it. I like talking with my hands. I put my hands in my lap like this, and I start to talk to you with the Greek accent, and little by little, the hands, they start to sneak into the picture. And when they sneak into the picture, before you know it, I am doing this, and I'm doing that, and my camera is over there, and the other camera is over there, and before you know it, my focus is focused, not focused. But we have some tools to use here in the Panasonic S5 Mark II, and it's kind of surprising to me why these tools are not used more often, because I see, hey, I got a new Panasonic S5 Mark II, and it's wonderful, it's awesome, and the next thing I see, it's going in and out of focus, and I'm going like, well, that ain't so hot. But I will make a video showing what my settings are, but not Friday night. This is the card game with the boys, okay? even the girls that are with the boys. We got a nice little group in here. So I think I better start on the show before I have to leave because Sly is going to be going on. So Scotty is here with the menu, of course. If you're not used to how this show works, Scotty brings the food, prepares it, puts it in the kitchen, and you guys can walk around. We are now having Norm's famous chicken, barbecue chicken, Peter's potato salad, Randy's baked beans, Sly's special sausage. I want to taste Sly's special sausage and Scotty's coleslaw. Lewis's fruit salad for dessert. Hey, the menu ain't half bad tonight, Scotty. How long did you work on tonight's menu? This is really, really good. So this stuff will be put up in the kitchen. This is all pretend. So if you have not been here before, don't get all worked up like, what, Molly, Mabel. Oh, don't say Mabel. We don't want to wake Mabel up. Mabel will wake up and she's going to shoot me there. She is a witch with a capital B. That woman, I don't know what I saw in her to marry her, but she's here, but she kind of falls asleep. Mabel falls asleep, rocking in her chair, and she just don't pay much attention to me. No, she don't, and that's just fine. All right, so you young guys, if you're thinking about getting married and you want to walk down that aisle and get yourself married, then you're going to wind up with a Mabel. And if you wind up with a Mabel, I don't know what the guy version of Mabel is. Brian? No, that ain't a country name. Mabel is a country name. I need help with a country male name. I can't think of one, honestly. Uh-oh, it's a brain fart. First thing on a Friday night, and I'm having brain farts. So welcome, everybody. I love each and every one of you. You're on my prayer journal. I have to keep a prayer journal just because I can't remember what I'm supposed to be praying, okay? So, because I'm getting up in age, I have to write it down. You ever hear that, the smart man keeps notes? All right, so I've learned to keep notes. Now, my prayer journal, when God sees me coming for my daily prayer, he goes, oh no, it's Peter again. Everybody hide. He's here again. All right, so you get prayed for. That just let it be that. You do get prayed for, okay? God knows your name. He really does. So, oh, Scott. Oh, maybe Scott's going to go out with me. It's okay. You can take Mabel out to a restaurant. She won't bother you very much. I can tell you that from personal experience. Right, Mabel? You don't bother me all that much anymore now that we've been married so many years. What? Don't you get up. You stay in that chair, girl. You stay in that chair. Don't you be getting up, okay? You stay in that chair. Now she just shot me a bird. What kind of a wife would just shoot you a bird? Oh my God, Mabel will be serving lemonade. Ah, you gave her a job. Is she going to listen to you? Don't spill that lemonade because Mabel might just have to shoot you the bird when she's good at that, okay? So, on with the show. This is a show that's supposed to feature this camera, one that you're looking at right now, which I have been tuning in. Now, what's really cool is I took this camera out and about in the house, in the yard, to a restaurant, in the car, through a car wash, to my brother's house for dinner, and then I put it back here and I put the top dial to C3. You got that? You keeping notes? If you can't remember, get a paper and a pen. Okay, that's what I did. C3. C3 means it's the settings for the Christmas room. And that's what you're watching. All the little things that I fine-tuned, the color, my face, my eyes, my beautiful eyes, old blue eyes. Oh wait, that's taken. I did it my way. Yeah, that guy. All right, so anyway, I go and I screw the camera up. I did get an adapter, $9, but it cost me $12 with the tax, but there was no shipping. So it was $9.99, and I got an adapter so I can use all my dad's old Konica hexagon lenses. They're all manual. There's nothing automatic about them. But all of a sudden, I got 5 lenses, not 5, but I got a 35, I got a 57 millimeter 1.4, I got a 100 millimeter, I got a 135 millimeter, that's 4. Those of you that are keeping track, that's 4. So I got 4 lenses that I can use in manual mode. Now, after using manual mode, if you're here and you're listening because you happen to like the S5 Mark II, which I do, I own it. You're looking at it right now. This is the S5 Mark II, all right? So I've gotten to know it a little bit on manual focusing, which I don't hear much about. You know what camera I like manual focusing so far the best with? I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. All you got to do is listen, and I'll tell you which camera I like to focus manually with vintage lenses, which is what those Konica lenses are, or a lens that you might have an adapter for from another camera. All right, and that is the Canon R6 that I had here, and I'm assuming the R6 Mark II will do the same thing. But as you turn the dial, the camera actually helps you focus. It'll tell you point this way, turn that way, and then when you hit it, it gives you a confirmation. This camera doesn't do that, okay, which is surprising. Now, I don't remember if the Nikon does that or not. Somebody that's into Nikon will have to tell me what happens in the manual mode. But the Canon R6 has got a better setup for manual focusing than the Panasonic. You listening, Panasonic? You listening, Sean? You listening, Matt? I'm trying to think of the guys over there. All right. The Canon's got a better manual focusing setup than the S5 Mark II because it actually it gives you 3, that's 3. The last time I counted, it gives you 3 little arrows, and they're actually facing down, but just for the sake of talking, I'm going to face them up. So if you actually have to turn more this way, that one will pop up. And if you have to turn more this way, that one will pop up. And when you get it right, I would just do this one. You get a green dot and you get a beep if you got your beep turned on. I like to turn the beeps off because, I don't know, it kind of gives away my position. And being a military-minded person from playing video games so much, you don't normally give away your position. So, let's get back to the show. Scotty, somebody's got to bring baked beans. Okay? So, Randy is here. Randy, how come you're not sleeping? Scotty, are you wearing a mask? Da-da-da. Oh, it's 10:15. I have an alarm to tell me that it's 10:15. So if I hear that alarm, that means I fell asleep and my show is 15 minutes behind, all right? It is what it is. But anyway, I was here, I think on time or close to it. Randy is going to bring my favorite dessert. Yes, yes, yes. Peter loves cheesecake. In case you didn't know it, well, besides ice cream, chocolate pudding, I actually do love cheesecake. All jokes aside. Simon is here. Here is Simon. Happy Friday, Peter. It's stopping in to say hi, but likely in bed by the time you read this. Happy Canada Day and happy Independence Day. Break a leg tonight. Oh, where's my crutch? Where's my cane? Oh, that's theater talk. It's for us content creators. We do theater talk. The theater, the theater. Let's go meet in the theater. Okay, back to the show. So it's Canada Day, it's Independence Day weekend. So those of you that are going to do a BBQ or chicken, we already got it going tonight in here. You know, the girls and the boys that are in here with me. All right, so we're going to start our J4 barbecue. And if you guys are not in America, you just have a barbecue for the sake of eating stuff. Because eating is almost as good as sex. I mean, that's what I think is going to take the place of sex in heaven. I think it's going to be eaten. Where else can you get together with a bunch of people, intimately talk about anything you want to talk to, stuff your face, chew, and right in front of them, like a little piggy and not call that dang dong intimate. No, I didn't say intimate, Mabel. Don't you be thinking about intimate. No, no, no. We don't do that around here, girl. You behave yourself. Sit your asses back down in that rocking chair. Sit in the rocking chair, Mabel. Okay? Don't you get up. Dang, she shot me a bird again. That woman gonna have to figure out what to do. I'm gonna ship her off to Scotty's. That's what Scotty has to get. So back here, meanwhile, back at the live show, Liam has a video coming out tomorrow morning. He's going to do a lot more videos in July, and he is editing them himself, shooting them by himself. Liam is an ordinary filmmaker who is Simon. That's his son. I think he's 8 years old now, heading towards 9, if I'm not mistaken. And I love that kid. Oh my God. But then all the grandkids that are in here, I love all of them. All right. So what kid do you know that shoots, what 8-year-old boy do you know that shoots with an R5? Now, granted, his dad is right there with him. But my best Liam story is Liam and I get together or get along really, really well. Liam is very bossy, like any other 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old boy, okay? I have to sit a certain way when we do our Facebook. The camera has to be on, so I can't lay down in bed and just do a I said Facebook, I meant FaceTime. I can't just do an audio FaceTime with Liam. Where's the camera, Peter? Turn the camera on, Peter. I'm not going to talk to you if you don't turn the camera on, Peter. Turn the camera on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And I can picture him standing there with his hands on his hips. He's waiting, okay? So he is really, really bossy. And he does really well in front of the camera, and he does very well on FaceTime. So Simon didn't think anything about it, all right? So he brings Liam in, and he puts him in front of the camera, and he says, okay, Liam, say hi to everybody. We're live. If you ever want to see a picture-perfect, frozen boy who had stage fright turn on instantly, it shocked me. I wanted to pick up the phone and call him. It hurt my heart to see him go like, and Simon went like, Liam, what's the matter with you? He didn't get it. And then he got it. The poor thing, he got stage fright. And it's like you never know when something's going to happen with one of your kids. You're just so used to sitting and plopping your ASS down right in front of the camera and talking with the camera, being intimate with the people who you assume are watching you, trying to be yourself. Either you're one of those classy guys that has to make everything picture perfect, or you're someone like me who's putting on the mic and adjusting the volume and checking everything before you go on and even after you go on, because we're just like family on this show. All right. Now on the big channel, I do a little bit more, a little more formal. Well, maybe a lot more formal. Okay. Now I was a bad boy this week. I was supposed to put out not 1 but 2 videos, and guess how many I did put out? None. What the hell was wrong with me this week? Well, we had a few ups and downs, but things like that happen. But tomorrow I should make a video. I haven't introduced this camera on the big channel yet. And I don't mix the 2 channels. You notice this one only has like 300 or something like that subscribers. That's because I don't use the big channel and say, hey, go over to my Friday Night Live. This is me and my buddies. This is me and my friends. That's who's here. You, me, the camera. If I had a dog, I have a dog, but he ain't here. He's in heaven. Mabel's here, okay? And guess who else is here? All of you are here. So Liam tomorrow morning will be doing a live show. Sounds good. Is it Liam's first time? Well, Liam will have a lot of firsts, but going on and doing a video is not one of them. All right, his channel is called Planet Liam. Like planet, we live on a planet. Do I have to spell it out for you? And his name, Liam. That's his channel. And he's got 4, 5, 10 videos up that he's done. So when he records, he seems to be fine. And I think he's all right with the live now. But that first time, he really got caught, nipped in the bud, as they say. And Jeff is saying, hello, good day, Peter, and I hope everyone is okay. Yes, everyone is okay. I hope you're doing okay. You're just down the block over there, right, Jeff? Just right around the corner. Go down 2 blocks, make a right, go for like 15,000 miles, and stop in front of Jeff's house because Jeff is in Australia. All right, so he's far. We have Roy is in Australia. Jeff is in Australia. Shane is in Australia. Geeky, nerdy, techie. He's a buddy of mine. And I can't think of who else is in Australia, but I'm sure I will be told. All right. So Randy says, what does Randy say? What does Randy say? What does the fox say? Well, never mind the fox. Let's see what Randy says. My relatives are going south to get away from that stuff. Are they flying? Are they going to use their wings and they're going to fly like a bird? So that is Randy, and he's bringing, I'm holding you to it, Randy. Cheesecake, cheesecake, cheesecake. You be quiet, Mabel. Cheesecake ain't for you. It's for me and the boys, okay? And I need a Sly. I think Sly might be in here. She might be on the road. Oh, I'm talking to you now. I don't need to talk like I'm talking to Mabel. All right, so Scotty says, I have to. The Canadian smoke is nearly killing me. Oh, yeah, we do have the Canadian smoke coming down and just blanketing the U.S. It's a hard situation, okay, but it's not the first time. And Louis is here. Louis is Louis Vega of Mr. Camera Junkie. All you got to do is look at the screen. I'm looking. It says Mr. Camera Junkie. You see where it's red? That's the name of his channel. Do you know when Mr. Camera Junkie is on? Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. You'll see Louis and Aiden, who's Louis's son, and sometimes he will make an appearance, okay? He is 6 or 7 now, kind of lost track. We're getting a lot of kids in here. You guys are supposed to be watching me, not going out and procreating, okay? Oh, it's grandkids. So hi, Louis. I'm waving to him. He's that away. That's north, okay? So Randy says, my relatives put on the air conditioning and it got worse. Oh, that's not good. That's bad. Scotty says, found out the flash exposure compensation is not available in the R6 FV mode. Not even on the body of the flash where you put compensation and you roll it and it goes plus and minus. That won't work. It should work. But you know something, Scotty? I don't remember putting the flash on that camera. Golly gee whiz, Batman. That's pretty interesting. Let's see. Yep, see, there's a red spot right here. And that was here last week too. I wonder if there's a mosquito biting me in the same place every night. That didn't. So Simon says, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. No, we didn't light it, but we try to fight it. You're on a roll. Keep going, Simon. He's a Ryman. Ryman Simon. Oh, my God. That's awesome. All right. Wait, I have to pat myself on the back. Hey, look who's here. Woody is here. Woody has, technically, a Z8. Hello, everybody. Joining a little late tonight. My afternoon nap got interrupted by a phone call. Aw, who called you during your afternoon nap, Woody? That is shameful that somebody would call you. Oh, did I tell everybody? I called Woody today. Yes, I did. Oh. 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 It was me. He sounded great. Woody sounded good. I sent him a little bottle of the silver water for his grandson, Luke. Luke is at that age, well, he's 18, 19 now, somewhere in that age, and he's getting acne. And the silver water with the nano silver in it kills virus and bacteria, germs, and it's helping a lot of people with acne is what I've read. I'm not a doctor. I only play one when I'm playing one, and I'm not even playing one right now. So give the boy a helping hand. I mean, these young guys, it's the older guys that we're supposed to reach out and help them, okay? And not tell them, you know, you ain't never going to amount to anything. No, Mabel, I wasn't talking to you. She's a real card, ain't she? So that's in the mail. The silver's in the mail. Check's in the mail. So I interrupted Woody. He sounded wonderful. He shipped his Z8 out because it got recalled. And it's got a change of part in there or something, and he hasn't gotten it back. So he shipped it out, I believe, on, let's say, Saturday. I might be off a day or two, okay? And now he's got to wait for the Z8, the Nikon, the new brand spanking new Nikon Z8 was in his house maybe 10 hours. But he wanted to get ahead of the crowd and get the camera in quickly. And he figures first in, first out, and I hope it works out that way. So Scotty is asking, can you bring the baked beans tonight, Woody? Woody, I didn't know if you cooked or not. Do you cook? If baked beans, I like putting a little brown sugar and ketchup and just a little bit of Dijon mustard to give it a kick, but not for people to be able to identify what's in it. Because when you can identify what's in it, you put too much. So that just if you're saying, I'm just saying, Woody, if you're going to bring the baked beans, do that. Do that. And here's Sly. Good evening, Peter and everyone. I love Friday nights. I love Friday nights. I see Sly live. And Grant is there. And other people with clean underwear. You try rhyming the songs while you make them up on the spot. Underwear was the only thing I could think of. Everybody wears it, so what's the problem? I'm just singing a hello to Sly. How you doing? How you doing? Are you going to be live tonight, Sly? At 11:30, 10:30 your time, 11:30 my time, Miami time, Eastern time, 10:30 Central time. And I have no idea what West Coast time, okay? So Sly is, in case you don't know it, Sly is right here where it says Sly Reader. See it in red? Rojo. Red. Okay. Ah, Funny here. Hi, Funnel Fest. Hi, Peter. Hi, Sly. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. You're here in the States, right? You're not in England or Germany or Romania or Australia. Just checking. So he's correcting. I corrected the typo. I'm used to doing that. You got to kind of read computer now because it does so many bad things. Woody says, Scott, I got the baked beans. They're ready to go. Well, Scott's in Virginia, so they would be called Southern baked beans. So I started to say I've got the lav mic on instead of this because I would say the last month I've been talking on this guy right here. And the reason that I was talking on this guy, just in case you're wondering, it's not plugged in, okay? This is plugged in, this is not. I just brought it here to make a point. Give me a second to make a point, okay? Don't be so pushy. Jeez, I've been talking with this for the last month. And today I was helping Charles get stuff ready to do live streaming from the Disney, from the Rat, okay? Rat Town, Ratatouille. So I figured I'm going to break out my Sony mic and see what she sounds like. So I haven't made any adjustments, to be honest with you. Oh, it's not going through there. It's going straight through there. Never mind. It is on. Yes, it is on. I thought it was going through the board, but it's actually plugged in directly to the computer through the ATM Mini, which has, let's double check. I think it's got nothing. I mean, it doesn't have an equalizer. It doesn't have, equalizer is off. It's all grayed out, no problem. And how about the expander off, gate is off, compressor is off, limiter is off. So this is straight mic. You're getting it straight out of the mic directly into your ear. I hope your ears are clean. Really, for me to be in there, I'm hoping they're clean. And if you haven't cleaned your ears lately, do me a favor, clean your ears, because I'm in there right now, okay? Here's Jim. Jim and Woody actually both live in Virginia area. All right, so good evening, Peter and everybody. Happy Friday. I'm surprised you're not sleeping, Jim. I gave you Woody's email if you'd like to reach out and say hello to him. I'm only saying that in case I didn't, because I think I did. All right, so if I didn't, you'll have to get on my case and say, Peter, you didn't send me that email. Okay, so please do it. I would like to say hello to Woody. Maybe go out, have a cup of coffee, or maybe get some cheesecake. Not that cheesecake is my favorite. I wonder how the focus on this does. Focus on here. I'm looking. Let me go over and take a quick look, because I think I set this guy up. Yep, it's set up. All right, so Roy told me and showed me how I could set up the Nikon Z6 so that when I talk with my hands like a Greek, it doesn't pulse back and forth between my hands. So I got that did proper here, okay, with the S5, the Panasonic S5 Mark II, otherwise affectionately known as the S5 II. So I could talk now with my hands, and I don't really have to worry that it's going to focus on my hands. Now, if I put my hands in front of my face, like that, hello, 5-finger discount, or if I want to show you my kazoo, pop, 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 I got it kind of, all right, so now it'll go over there. Now, remember, we're using a Canon lens, the 50L at 1.2. Right? She's wide open. You're looking at the 50L 1.2 at 1.2. All right? And I think I read to you all the other settings last week, so I won't go over that again. So, good to see you, Jim. I called Jim this week, didn't I? Yes, come to think of it. Jim gave me a happy Father's Day hello, which was very nice. I love it when people say Happy Father's Day to me, because if I had to tell you one of my biggest regrets in life, it would be that I never had my own kids. And now that I'm going to be 70 in October, I'm feeling that. I feel it in here. In here. In my heart. I left my heart, but I've never been to San Francisco. But Andy Williams has. He left his there. All right, so moving on. Loving the custom button and dial assignments on the R6. That R6, you know, it's almost like buyer's remorse, seller's remorse. I get the hankering that because of that FV mode, I like that camera a lot. It's a great camera. If you get them around $1,300, $1,400, guys, oh, do I have to tell you this? Use my links if you're going to buy something. All right, so listen up real quick. All right, This is not a commercial. This is serious. It affects me, okay? And it will be something good for you. If you're going to buy something, I get a commission. And that's where you get the line all over YouTube, use the links in the description. You ever hear them say that? Okay. But do use the link. So if you're going to buy a handbag or if you're going to buy anything, I've got links in the description for ADORAMA, which pays the best commission, okay? B&H, Newegg, the computer company, and I believe I have a link in there for Walmart also. All right, so use those links if you're going to buy something because it gives me commissions. So I don't want to sound like I'm begging for money. There's something else that it does. All right, they keep track of who comes from my channel to a particular company. And they will put it back like in your face. Like, well, I'd like you to send me this or I'd like to review that. And they'll look something up. And they'll say, well, we don't get very much traffic from you. So they know it. So if you want to see, hey, what's the comments on the people that have bought the S5 Mark II? Click the link, the ADORAMA link or the B&H link, and go look and read the comments. I've said it before, I'm kind of nosy. I would like to know what people that have bought the camera, what they got to say. So the link is a shortcut to get right to that page. So you don't have to buy anything to use my link. All right, you got the message? I'm asking you to use the links. 2 or 3 times a week, use my links. And let's say you wanted to buy this camera, okay? You don't have to click on the link for this camera. The link will stay in effect, as long as you don't click on somebody else's link, all right? Will stay in effect anywhere from 10 to 24 hours. It's 24 hours in a day, all right? So if you look at it today and I haven't made my mind up, and you're going to go tomorrow and you're going to buy it, click my link again tomorrow and then buy your lens, your filter, your camera or something, and that will give me a commission. And I say thank you very much for that, okay? That is kind of like the whipped cream that goes on the cheesecake that Randy is bringing, all right? But the cherry that goes on the whipped cream is use the links to go and look something up. So if I want to look something up about the R6 Mark II, let's say I have a question about it and I want to look up maybe the specifications or maybe what the people have to say about using an adapter or something, and I want to look at the comments. So I will go click on my link and it'll take me to the R6 Mark II page. Or if it takes me to the R6 Mark I page, I just type in R6 Mark II. And then guess what? ADORAMA will, cha-ching, will put a mark in my name that I sent somebody there. All right? I am spending a little bit of extra time because it means a lot to me because I got burned. All right? B&H won't send me equipment anymore because they say nobody comes from my channel. And one of the reasons is I never say anything. Click on my links. I'm not in a frame of mind to be thinking about business while I'm talking to you about the cameras. I'm thinking about the lens, the flash, the body, the manual mode, autofocus, Panasonic, their focus system sucks until they had this camera, which is the S5 Mark II. Now they have a good focus system, okay? There are some disappointments, and I will be making a video showing the disappointments that come with this camera, but I will also be making a video introducing this on the big channel. So please use my links. That is the summary of my last 3 minutes, okay? Did I make it plain, or do I have to talk to you like I talked to Mabel? Use the dang links. All right, so Kyle is here. Hi, Kyle. Kyle is saying hi to Peter. I love it when Kyle is here. I love you, Kyle. Thank you for being my friend, my little brother. I'm kind of like a grandpa to him. He's a wonderful guy. He's got not 1 but 2 channels, and maybe a 3rd, okay? So he does Hail of a Storm, where he just records thunder and lightning. He records the storms. And then he's got Subcultured Outcast, where he's got some videos that I suppose they're in the making, okay? And Sly, Kyle wants to get a bag, and we gotta check out a bag tonight and look at the accessories and what we think he might want and what we think he might not want. It's a really handsome bag, okay? It's like a tan orange in color, very handsome. It starts with wonderful, wanderl, wanderly, wander who, wander whatever. All right? Nice bag. And Kyle will remember to use my link this time because Kyle did buy some other equipment and he goes, oh, I forgot. And he didn't click on my link. So that's okay. That happens, all right? But to everybody else, use my links. Okay. Back to the show. So Subcultured Outcast, who is my buddy Kyle, is here and he says, hi Peter. Hi Kyle. Love you, buddy. Funnel Fest. I am eating Funnel Fest fries. Oh, that sounds very, very good. Very, very good. And Kyle is saying Cletus. He's talking to Mabel. And Scotty's talking to Mabel too. Hey, what are you guys doing with my wife? Just leave the woman alone. I know she's not that attractive. No, I didn't say that, Mabel. You're just downright gorgeous, girl. Oh my God, are you gorgeous, all right? When I sleep at night, I dream of you. Killing me. I didn't say anything except you're pretty. You're a pretty woman. Walking down the street, pretty woman. The kind you like to meet. Yeah. That song is all about you, Mabel. Yep, sit your ass right back down in that rocking chair and you just take yourself a little nap. A little nap. When you're not dangerous is when she's sleeping. No, I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to all my friends. We're having a meeting. We're having a meeting tonight, okay? Mabel shot me a ding-dong bird again. You guys, can you just make her stop? I don't like when she shoots me the bird. All right, so Kyle and Scotty are busy talking with my wife. Junior is the country male name. Junior, you're right. Mabel, have you met Junior? Junior's out there. He's got his overalls on. Yeah, have you met Junior? Oh, Junior's your cousin. He's really your brother? Did I see your brother giving you a kiss? Did Junior give you a kiss, Mabel? Oh my God, she really is country. So when I have to come up with Junior, if he ever comes to visit, then it'll be Junior, Mabel and Junior, sitting in the tree. I have to keep my eye over there. You know why? Because she's liable to get up and hit me. Kissing. All right, so Junior is the country name. Boy, that means I'm really behind here, aren't I? Ed Roy is here. So when we get to the R6, pay attention, Roy, because you taught me how to do this and just restrict the focus area up here. And I was able to do that here too, but it's done a little bit different here on the S5 Mark II. The S52, it actually works really, really good. So Scotty is going to say something, I promise. Programmed the R6. C1 is the Studio Tungsten Manual 2800 Kelvin temperature. C2 is outdoor at the beach. Location, AV mode, which means aperture priority. 5200K, and C3 Studio Flash Manual 5200K on the Kelvin. See, now these settings he can use, okay, anytime he's in one of those areas, and it just makes the camera work beautifully. Now, you can also set the movie dial on the top, and then it'll remember it every time. So think of it as an autosave button, all right? When you use it, that's how I was doing it here. The movie dial on the top of the R6 camera, Canon R6, was what the C3 is here. So it would remember everything that I set, and then as soon as I take the camera off the tripod and leave this room, I take it off the movie dial. So any changes I'm going to make on the R6, it will not be done while I'm in the movie dial. Because then I can go out, I can come to your house, I can go to Woody's house, Scott's house, Kyle's house, Funny's house, anybody's house, and I can take all the pictures that I want. I can do all that kind of good, cool stuff. And then when I come back in here, I don't want to reset the camera back up, so I just change it, I put it on the tripod, and then I change it back to the movie dial, and it's as I left it. And I solved the problem. And then Randy bought the camera. So God bless Randy. Randy is just so amazingly awesome. It's hard to describe what a good heart that man has. So Roy, did I say hi to you, Roy? How you doing, Roy? Oh yeah, because I was telling you about the focus on the Z6. So when we get over there, I will do a little of that and see if it's working okay. So how you doing, Roy? Did your Z8 have to be, what do they call it, recalled? Is this only a very small certain number of serial numbers that have to be recalled? So on we go into our show. Hey, I rhymed it. And here is Orlando news. I spent some time today with Charles. He's got himself a wonderful new MacBook Pro, and I believe if my memory serves me correct, Kyle, you shut up, okay? Kyle likes to make fun of me because he thinks I can't remember anything. What was your name again, boy? Oh, Kyle, I remember now. Okay. I love you, Kyle. I'm teasing you with you, okay, big boy? Don't get upset because I'm teasing with you. Okay. So Richard bought, but it's not Richard, it's Charles, okay, bought a 16-inch MacBook Pro M2. So it's the new one. He's only had it 2 days. He upped the processor one level. He upped the memory to 64 gigabytes. He upped the SSD to 1 terabyte. And I don't know what else he did. Oh, he bought the Apple Care. Okay, and then whatever pricing it was, that part I don't remember, okay? Because there's so many things I have to remember prices for, I just don't even bother, all right? So I did spend an hour or so with Charles tuning in his new laptop, and let me tell you something, it actually, by the time we were done, it sounded great. Then I rolled over, it was about 1:30, no, it was about 12. Then I did a few chores, then I went to lay down, and I took a nap, and I slept all the way till 7:30. So I must have needed the sleep. Okay. So happy 4th of July from Charles to everybody. Happy 4th of July from me to everybody. I guess if Randy hasn't fallen asleep, is there mail on Monday, or is Monday the national holiday, or is Tuesday the national holiday? So that is confusing when it's like on Tuesday. So tomorrow is the 1st, Sunday is the 2nd, the 3rd would be Monday, and the 4th would be Tuesday. So what day is it celebrated? It could be Tuesday. That would make sense. That means everybody's going to call in sick on Monday. It's just what's going to happen. It is what it is. So Jeff is talking to Sly. He's asking her how she's doing after her trip. Motivated Minds. Hi, Peter and everybody. Oh, okay. So let me show you guys something. Motivated Minds is in his new studio. And he did a test broadcast today. And I just kind of want to show it to you real quick. If I can, I'm looking for it. That's what I'm doing. So just chill for 1 second. Okay? You guys are so demanding. God, I can't even go take a pee without you telling me. All right, so here we go. Oh, I have to bring you with me. So while I'm sitting here doing it wrong, I'm yelling at you. I think I got that backwards. All right, so I lost where I am. All right, how do I get back? Oh, there I am. Howdy. All right, so let's quickly go up here, turn on the desktop. All right, so now I'm going to go to the desktop. So this is Sly. Oh, she's got it up already. All right. So if you're not subscribed to Sly, subscribe to the lady. She waits for you every single week. Week after week, month after month, year after year. Sly just waits for you to come at 11:30 on Friday night. So subscribe to her. See, these are my subscriptions. So it shows me what is actually going on. All right. So she's got a show going on at 11:30 Eastern Time, and there's the link. Jonathan Anderson had just put out Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus. This is absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I've listened to it about 5 times already. Jonathan's my friend, my buddy, my pal. Now, this is what I wanted to show you, okay? Well, before I go over there, let's see. Aaron Short put up a video just 7 hours ago. Aaron, you haven't come in and said hi lately. You dating you're dating your wife? Oh, you do the gigs. Now I forgot you do the gigs. So Friday night he might be out doing the gigs and he can't come here while he's performing on stage. So here's Charles Richard, and here's Randy, and here's Sly, and this is, oh, I haven't seen this one. What the heck happened? That's her grandson. That's her little baby grandson. That's Hoss. Well, I'm not supposed to say his name because we're not allowed to talk about Hoss on YouTube. So I can't say Hoss's name on YouTube. You get that? So that's a no-no. But over here, this is the new
welcome
studio.
Everybody. So it's been a minute. Okay, it's been a minute, and the reason why it's been a minute is because of this. Okay, I have a couple of months ago, I made a decision to move my operation, to move my practice, and
Okay,
man,
so
it's been challenging. Been a lot of stuff.
I'm going to shut off the volume because you need to go over there. Oh, let's give him a thumbs up automatically. And yes, I'm subscribed. All right, so this is not Motivated Minds channel. He's got a men's group in his church. Okay, those of you that go to church anymore, hello. They usually will have a youth group, they'll have a women's group, and they'll have a men's group. Okay, so he's very active in the men's group, and this is where the men get together and drink beer and play cards. No, I mean this is where the men get together and they will actually pray, talk to each other about men's problems, like your wife looks gorgeous. No, whatever the men do in the men's group. Okay, all right. So let's just put the man out of his misery with a smile. No, let's get a good face. There, that's a good face. So he just moved into this. This is his new set. So he's got a brick or some kind of a stone wall, and he painted this wall and this wall matching colors. And he's got, now pay attention to the lighting. This is very important. All right. See, it's how it's not flat. He's got, if this isn't a window, it should be. All right. Then he's got a lamp over here. He's got a lamp over here, which looks crooked. A person that's a perfectionist, all they're going to be able to do is stare at that lamp all night long because it's crooked. So you know the TV show Monk? He would not be able to watch this show more than 5 minutes. It would drive him nuts. All right. And then he's got 3 hanging lamps of some type over here. So he has done an excellent job of creating his new space. All right. So let's come back to the Christmas room space, and here we are. All right. Let me make sure I'm on the right camera. All right. So this is the whatever it's called, S52. So that is Carlos's new set, and I did call and I left you a message on the phone today, Carlos. So this is Motivated Mind. So he's a licensed psychologist. So if you're mental case, if you're wacko, if you're out of your mind crazy, okay, Motivated Minds is the psychologist for you. I'm not sure if he does Zoom meetings. I should have asked before I start pushing him. So speaking of crooked, I'm not sure, but I think my green tree going around looks crooked. Oh no, it's the tree. See, now it's straight. So it's the tree is, okay, that's better. All right, so Carlos is saying hi, and I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to your other channel. I'll have to go look and see. All right, so I have 3 or 4 or more channels, and I don't push them. All right, so I have a kitchen channel, Peter's Kitchen. The links to all these channels are in the description. I think way down in the description. I've got one called Sweet Sleep. Then that is basically a nighttime, lights out. I just rock you to sleep, talk really calm, soothing, you know, that kind of a show. It's targeted specifically. I've got the Friday night group, Peter Gregg Live, and I've got the big channel, which is just Peter Gregg with nothing after that. So you can just put at Peter Gregg and you'll find the camera channel. And what else do I have? I have a singing channel. I forgot. It's Peter Gregg TV. I haven't put anything up there for a while. And those are the channels. So Sly says, I'm here trying to get everything set up. Are you broadcasting from the house, the casa, the spiti, the homestead? I can't think of any other words for house. Or are you out and about? Okay, so hello, Peter and friends. I love you. Happy Canada Day tomorrow. Happy Canada Day, Lewis. I love you too, big boy. You're awesome. I've got the best friends in here ever, and I do pray for all of you. So thanks for coming in and staying. Don't just come in and leave. Don't you like me anymore, Lewis? Lewis, I thought you loved me. Oh, okay, I'm just putting a guilt trip on him. Bragg's apple cider vinegar is good for getting rid of the acne. All right, we got more. But if I do start to sell the silver, you're going to have to help me sell it, Funnel Fest. Okay. The great state of Ohio. That's in Australia. I knew you were in Australia. The great state of O-H-I-O, O-H-I-O. Give me an O. Give me an H. Give me an I-O. That's where Funnel Fest is, in Ohio. Craig is here. Hi, Peter and crew. Let's play Independence Day Trivia. I need that button that Randy's got where you go pew, 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 and it sounds like you're shooting a gun, or you get into a chamber. I'll start. What bird did Ben Franklin advocate to be the national seal? Well, I don't know. What bird is our national seal? Can we answer that one? I don't know. I have very sharp eyes. I have claws that can rip you into shreds. But I don't know what bird Ben Franklin advocated. So was it the turkey? Because of the pilgrims? I wasn't being facetious, okay? Facetious. All right, so maybe he did advocate for the eagle. I don't know. But I got a feeling Craig is going to tell us. So, Raymond is here too. We'll all march over to B&H and make them send you that new Insta300. That's a pretty interesting camera, actually. I would like to have that. So, that would be interesting. You know, I get like between a 1, and this is private stuff, just between you and me, okay? This is not to go out and everybody in the world to know. But I get between a 1 and a 2% commission on B&H, 1% to a little bit over 1% on Amazon. But do you know that ADORAMA gives me between 6 and 12%? That's a chunk of change. Wow, that is incredible. So if you're going to buy something, I buy stuff from ADORAMA myself now. Okay, not that I can afford to buy anything, but that's where I would. All right. So, how you doing, Ray? I love you. You look awesome. Ray did put up a new video about San Francisco. So, if you haven't seen Ray, It's called Raymond Stone. That's Johnny Carson. All right, so you can go over there and you can see Ray. So he's very handsome. He was a model, good-looking kid, and an amazing personality, dry sense of humor. So once you get it, he's awesome. Okay, so this is for Roy. Okay, see, Roy, I could talk like a Greek, walk like a Greek, talk like a Greek. And because I have the area up here, I am not losing focus when I get all passionate. And this is what was bothering me, that I would talk and the Z6 would lose the focus to my hands. And guess what? This guy was doing it too. But I found a secret setting that apparently is not so secret, but it's secret enough where I think some people haven't found it, honestly. Because I see other people with the S5 Mark II, and they'll talk like this, and they'll do something like that, and the camera will go and focus on the hand. Okay? That ain't right. It shouldn't do that. And I was ready to proclaim, well, wait a minute, this focus system is not as good as everybody is saying. Okay? But yes, it is. The focus system is awesome. The camera does have some disappointments. I don't want you to think the camera's perfect. It's not. I have some beef with the camera. But none of them are really deal breakers. They might be for you, but they're not for me. So, like Ray just said, use the links, go over to B&H, click on a link, look around, and then go your merry way. Or do the same thing with ADORAMA. Those links, by the way, say howl, which I embarrassed myself, and I said, like the owl, rhymes with howl. But I quickly got corrected by Sly. The owls don't howl, they hoot, okay? So what does howl? What animal howls? Well, the coyote howls. Ow! That's a howl, all right? So when you see a link and it's got howl in it, that is going to take you to B&H, all right? So Sly's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Did he say that the turkey should be our national bird? That would have been terrible. So that is Sly's talking to Ray, and I guess they're talking about something. I would guess it's a bag, knowing Sly, all right? I must say bye. I need to go for a bit. It's down the hall to your left, first door. Okay, Jeff? No, just Jeff, listen to me. Listen to me. Just go down the hall to your, well, by now he's probably back, okay? So you go, Jeff. I mean, nobody has to, this is just us guys and gals. So, well, I guess I should ask, since this show is titled, we are live streaming now with the S5 Mark II. So how is that happening? I have an HDMI plugged in, which this camera has a full-size HDMI. Not a little bitty teeny weeny one, itsy bitsy teeny weeny. It's a full-size HDMI, and that is going into a box. And in that box, I have a Blackmagic PCIExpress card. So you can't plug that in directly to a Mac. I'm using a Mac M1, all right? So I had to buy this box. Guess what? The link is in the description. The name of the box is called a Sonnet, S-O-N-N-E-T, I think. Might be double T or one T. So what that does is it allows you to put up to 3 PCIExpress cards in it, and then you use your Thunderbolt, and you plug the Thunderbolt directly into your Mac, which is right there, okay? So I have a Mac Mini. Now, when you use the Thunderbolt connection, it's the same thing like on a Windows computer when you put in a PCIExpress card into the motherboard. That Thunderbolt 3 and 4 now is a direct connection to your motherboard. It does not go through the USB ports. It does not go through the USB port highway. It is a direct connection for whatever peripheral that is to the motherboard, all right? But it's a plug that's external. where on the Windows you open the glass or the side panel, all right? And when you open the side panel, you have access to your card slots, and then you pop the card slot in. So that is how you can use some cards, excuse me, on a Mac computer. They don't open, they don't let you change the memory on the new ones. They don't let you up the memory or the SSD or anything. So this has to be done through the Thunderbolt 3 and 4. Okay? All right, so now I have said my piece. I have to keep an eye on the time. All right, because I usually walk on sly a little bit. My Z8 is on the recall list. So how are you going to handle that, Roy? You're going to wait until much later because it doesn't affect you? Or are you going to shovel it in, first out? Okay, that would be interesting to see the techniques. Jeff says, if I do not come back, I will watch it later. Oh yeah, thank you, Jeff, for saying that. If you are watching this, and it's not on the live stream, but it's on the reprocessed stream where it becomes a video, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like you to say hello in the chat. Tell me what you think. I'm very curious on what you think on the S5 Mark II, because this is my new camera. This is the newest of the bunch. It's running a 50mm Canon EF-L lens on the Sigma MC21 adapter. So basically it would be an EF to L, Leica L adapter. So you buy that adapter, you put it on the camera, and now you could put your your Canon lenses. So I don't technically own a Panasonic lens yet, but we're close. We're up in the 2-somethings, and we're aiming towards that Sigma, all right? So any donations tonight or next week, or if you're watching this on the where you watch the video after, there's a link in the description, as they say. And you can give a donation on PayPal, and guess where that donation goes? That donation is going so I could buy the very first lens for this camera for the Christmas room, all right? So I'm deciding on if it needs to be the 85mm 1.4 or 1.8 lens, or this lens is actually good enough. Better than good enough. This is a Canon L lens 1.2. That's hard to come by. So what I need is a lens when I go to my brother's house. So I'm looking, just between you and me, I'm looking at the Sigma 16 to 28 f2.8 Leica L mount. They're kind of like, they all sleep in the same bed together, all three of those guys, okay? I don't know if there's any hanky-panky going on or not, but they're all in bed together, meaning Sigma will make lenses for Panasonic. Sigma will make lenses for Leica. Sigma will make lenses that Panasonic can rebrand as a Panasonic lens. Sigma will make lenses that Leica can rebrand and sell it as a full-fledged Leica lens. So the focus system, Charles said today that Sigma had a hand in helping with creating of the focus system here. I don't know if that's true. I only heard it from Charles, but that was interesting to hear. All right. And this focus system is also in the new Q3 from Leica, which is a really, really nice camera. Okay, so all of that's going on behind the scenes. So much camera crap is going on. All right. Sly says, I'm thinking with the GoPro 3 and the ball cap adapter, I could chase a 3-year-old better. Okay. It did look like he was running and you were going after him. Charles came in. He said hi. He's playing with his new notebook or laptop, whatever you want to call it. So he came in. He did say hello. Roy says the Z8 recall seems to be a very small problem. That's the way I got it, okay? It's not an emergency like the camera's going to freeze up, like I can make this camera freeze up, but I figured out how I can make the S5 Mark II freeze up. on my own without anybody's help, and I could do it anytime I want, okay? So that means I know how not to do it. And I will make a video, and it's going to be dedicated only to showing on the big channel how I can make my S5 Mark II, how I can make my brand new S5 Mark II freeze up. Will you think that'll get Panasonic's attention? I think so. And if that don't work, I'll sick Mabel on them. No, Mabel. Shh. Nobody said anything. Okay. So Roy says it's a small problem. Love the new digs, Carlos. Very classy. Yes. Carlos's new, he moved actually from one office to a brand new office in a building that's like a vintage building. It's got a lot of history. So he didn't change the walls or the brick or the stonework. It's not brick. It's like a stonework on the walls. And there's a lot of history in that building. And Carlos actually likes that, okay? So he's much more comfortable. It's a peaceful feeling. You nailed it, Peter. Room is slightly slanted since since 1886. Wait, you got to straighten the camera out. I have that problem all the time. I know a photographer that is a friend of mine, and he shot a wedding with me. Every single picture he takes is cocked. So the crop mode that you can straighten the rotation in Lightroom is your friend, honest to God, okay? The room is slightly slanted since 1886. Wow, that is crazy. Roy says, I like being a bit wacko. It's called a peculiar people in the Bible. The Bible says we are a peculiar people. So when people go like, you're weird, I go, no, I'm not weird, I'm peculiar. Okay, I'll give it to you, Roy. I'll give it to you, Roy. You're peculiar. You're wacko. Okay, if that's what you want, I'll call you that. Jimmy is here. How you doing, Big J? How is the family? How is everybody doing? And what are you doing? How long have you been doing it? Why are you doing it? And who are you doing it with? Hi, Jimmy. Love you. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate all my friends that come by, stop in to say hello. It's a family show tonight. We're buddies, we're friends. Yeah, we do talk about cameras, and I'm gonna use the word camera-ing, okay? Because if I go out to fish with you, what are we doing? We're fishing. If I go out on the boat with you, what are we doing? We're boating. If I go out on the kayak with you, what are we doing? We're kayaking. If I go out and we go to the bowling alley, what are we doing? We're bowling. So if we play with cameras, we are camera-ing. So while we're bowling, fishing, boating, kayaking, camera-ing, there's a lot of banter that goes on. So that's my hello for Jimmy. Jimmy, Jimmy, Bo Jimmy, banana, nana, fo fimmy, fee, fi, fo fimmy, Jimmy, the name game. So Sly's talking to Roy. Roy's talking to Sly. Craig says the bald eagle is on the seal. Correct. You know, the man didn't have a brain, Craig, to think that we would be the laughingstock of the world if we were the turkey? Golly gee whiz, Batman, that would probably be Ben Franklin's #1 dumbest thing. So we have a column with all the smart things that Ben Franklin has done. It would be pretty much filled up. Now, if we have a column with the dumb things that Ben Franklin did, flying a kite in a lightning storm would probably have to be on the dumb side. Wanting to name our country the bird, the turkey, I would put that on the dumb side too, honestly. But thanks, Craig. I didn't know that. All right, Craig. Peter and Sly, 1 point. Okay, next. What two people signed the Declaration of Independence and became president, and both died on the same day, on the 50th anniversary of July 4th, 1776. Now, I didn't know they died on the same day. So I believe Adams is one of them, signed the Declaration of Independence. I want to say George Washington, but I'm going to switch it. I'm going to say Andrew Jackson. I don't think that's the right answer. So I get 3 guesses, and if one of the 2 of the 3 are correct, I win. Okay? So John Adams, Andrew Jackson, George Washington. Now, about them dying, whoa, same day, the 50th anniversary of July 4th, 1776. That's a little weird. That's a little spooky. Okay. I know one was Thomas Jefferson. So if that's true, then John Adams is the other one. And and Sly saying, I know one was Thomas Jefferson. Not sure if the other one was John Adams or Samuel Adams. Good job, Sly. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams is correct. So I don't know why I thought George Washington. Sly 2, Peter 1. No. I'm the boss here. My house, my rules. I get 3 guesses, and if 2 of them are right, then I win 2. Now it's your house, it's your show or Sly's show. I think it'd probably be a little stricter than me, but I've never been known to be too strict, except in very certain things where I'm very, very close-minded. That's an easy one, Craig. They were rumored to be made of wood, probably cherry. Oh, wait a minute. I mixed the whole thing. What were George Washington's false teeth made out of? Wood. Okay, that is, she's right. That's his false teeth were definitely wood. Perhaps Sly, but also animal teeth. So I have one over on Sly because I said wood, and Sly didn't say animal teeth. So it's my show, my rules. So I'm ahead of Sly now, okay, by 1 point. Anybody else going to play? Okay, Jeff's. Peter, I love the new camera and lens. And nice shape. And nice and shape in my opinion. Jeff is yanking my chain. Okay? So, all right, guys. We have gone through the comments. So let's talk about July 4th just for a few seconds. I hope you all have a very safe, happy, productive, sexy, wonderful, lots of food, July 4th weekend, whatever day you have your barbecue, because I'm not sure when, how, why, all of that stuff. Thank you for being here with me. I do appreciate you guys coming. And I just say thank you because I have a gratefulness. What else am I supposed to say? I do appreciate you being here. I'm thankful that you're here with me. There's some people that I absolutely have to have here with me. I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are. It makes me feel like I'm covered. You know what they say, I got your back? So I appreciate that. So in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to meet over at Sly's house. I don't know if her son Grant is going to be there. If he is, hi Grant. How you doing, big boy? Especially when you're sleeping. No, that's a joke. Boy, I stuck my foot in my mouth on that one. But I just say that all the time. It just should be it's a Peter Greg thing. Okay. All right. So, what else? Oh, I want to start a game, but I don't know how. So don't play the game yet. But you can in the comments after you watch this during the week. Maybe you might have an idea. All right, so this is what I want to do to play a game. All right, I want to say a word. So let's say we say a compound word, camera bag. All right, and I want to see how many words we can make out of that word. All right? That's the game I want to play. All right? Now, I didn't say we're going to play it yet, but you're going to write camera bag on a piece of paper, and then obviously you're going to be able to get the word camera out of it, get the word bag out of there. All right? And whatever other words you can get out of there. No 2-letter words are allowed. 3-letter words are allowed. I played this week with the word sprayer because I liquefied some borax, all right, by boiling it and adding borax until it melted. And then I put it in a hand sprayer, and you could spray that around your baseboards and stuff, and it's not, it'll kill the bugs, but it's not a chemical. Well, it is a chemical. It's what you put in your washing machine to help wash your clothes. Borax, 20-multine borax, okay? So I was working on the sprayer, and I had to wait for the water to cool down because the sprayer bottle that you get at the dollar store is plastic. So I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs. So I said, sprayer, huh? So I got a piece of paper and I penciled, and I started making a lot of words from the word sprayer, S-P-R-A-Y-E-R. And there's a lot of words, so we're going to use that in the future, okay? Now, how can we play the game together? Because a lot of people, let's say we're going to use the word sprayer. How many people are going to come up with the word pray? P-R-A-Y, okay? Or praise, P-R-A-Y-S. That's 2 words right there, okay? So how can we play that game on our live stream or from one Friday to the next? So that's what I want you to write, not here because we're logging off. All right, she's going to be on in 7 minutes. Slide. So I need an idea on how to play that game. All right, that is what we have for tonight. How do the cameras look? On the after show in the comments section underneath the video. I want to know how the cameras are looking, how you feel they look. What might be improved, what's fabulous and wonderful and terrific and all that kind of stuff. All right, so God willing, and if the bridge isn't up, see you next Friday here. See you on Lewis's show tomorrow night, although I'm not sure I will be here. And on Sly's show in just a few minutes. 6 minutes to be exact. All right, love each and every one of you. Have a good one. Good night. Behave. Be safe. Bye. Bing!